What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a backhaul episode here with American Truck Simulator, and today I've got something a little different. There is no backhaul. It's actually this Peterbilt 379 dump truck from Mindset. He's the same guy that put together the 379, and he's done it again here with parts from other trucks that he's asked for permission with, and he decided to throw a dump on the back. Now, there's one thing about this truck that you either like it or you hate it, and that is on the back side. Now, I didn't add it here, but inside your when you're editing the truck here, putting your parts on, right back here when you pick out your mud flaps, there's another little option ball there, and that allows you to put a fifth wheel extension on. And so essentially you can run this truck with a fifth wheel, a chassis extension, and so you can have the dump and a trailer as well. Doesn't really look legit in my opinion, so it's not something I used, but I know others have, and I've seen the photos of it as well. If there was an option for a pup, so you can haul a dump that's the size of this one with a dolly, that'd be perfect. But unfortunately, we don't have that. But that is one instance where you could probably make that work, is if you grab a dump, you use the fifth wheel extension, and then you go ahead and do what you need to do. As this is the game just recognizes this as a bobtail truck. You can't take any jobs, you can't really do anything in that respect. So it's free drive, free roam. And today my free roam is going to take me from Reno, where I just picked this truck up, and I'm taking it down here to Carson City to the road work. And so I'm going along the assumption that I'm going to drop this thing off and they're going to put it to work right away, since it's a brand new truck. So, time to get on the road with that one. Underneath the hood is a Caterpillar 3406 500 horsepower engine, hooked up to a 13-speed transmission, manual of course, no automatic here. And that's pretty much it. As you see, I painted everything up in a bright yellow. Unfortunately, the chassis ends up matching the color that you pick. So the tank is one of four options there. You can go painted, all chrome, whatever. Same for, I like the steps here. That's a nice little touch with the Peterbilt, the same color as the chassis. So, and obviously I do have my LED light pack going here, so nice touch. The lights on top aren't as bright as I would think they would be, but there are no other options up there except for these and beacons, and I didn't really see beacons really being needed, to be quite honest. But no air horns or anything like that. But I think, nope, nothing there. So somewhere there's an air horn on the truck, because you actually do have the air horn sound. But a few options for the bumpers and plenty of light options for that. So if you're really someone that wants to dress up your truck, you do have that option here with all the lights that you can add. And of course, since you see them here, the light pack, the 1.2 version of the light pack that I have, the LEDs, they do work. So other than that, it's a nice looking truck, and I do have the 389 deactivated. I have heard some people, not all, have had issues with possibly the 389, and maybe it has to do with some sort of conflict with what truck is where on the order list, who's got higher priority. So I decided to just not have to worry about that, and since this is my test drive profile, I didn't mind losing the 389. Now, that's not saying that you guys have to lose the 389, but, and I might as well get rolling here while I discuss all this. But just to be on the safe side, I did go ahead and drop the 389. So I always, I can always put it back in, and you guys can also do the same thing. You do not have to drop the 389, is what my assumption is. So you guys just, if you download this, you might just have to play around with the sort order on your mods manager to see who wants to have higher priority. But that is the case with many mods that we use for this game. Some demand high priority over others, where others don't really care where the hell they're at. They're just happy to be there. And of course, the sound pack here is Kitchbomb's. No, that's not even right. I keep on pronouncing his name wrong, and I don't have it in front of me, so it's Kitch's new engine pack with the Cummins 444 engine. Obviously, as I mentioned, I don't have that one here. I went with Cat 3406. And even a 3406 actually sounds pretty damn good. I wish it carried over to 389, but I do not believe it does. Of course, empty, this thing really moves. And interior sound, as you can hear, is kind of low compared to what it is on the outside. But not a bad little truck here if you are interested in just doing some free driving. I know one popular vehicle that is on here is the Ford Raptor. So, you know, if you guys want to change it up, you know, you can always do this. And unfortunately, the game, as I mentioned, doesn't support the single vehicle dump truck here. So, you know, you're basically just going to have to pretend that you're picking up gravel from a quarry or something. Handling isn't any different, so obviously you're going to drive it the same way as you would your truck if you're running bobtail. I was a little concerned about how this truck looked once I got in the game, because in the custom shop, in the options shop there, it didn't look too great. But now that I've got it here in the game, it actually looks better than it did when I was putting options on. So that's always a good thing. I've already seen a couple of trucks that they looked like crap inside the options store and get in the game and they still looked like crap. I don't see too many Peterbilt dump trucks. Usually Mack. And I was a little worried about all that chrome on the dump, but with my computer, no problem with it. Frames are, well, a little down, but then again, I'm in a city here, so that could also be affecting it. So if you guys have a not so powerful PC, something this reflective might cause you issues. I'm watching my FPS right now, and obviously I am recording, so that is going to affect the FPS in the first place. But I'm still averaging around 40 to 45. don't throw those on just yet. Alrighty. Drop this thing right off over there next to that Kenworth, was it? And call it a day. Alright. There we have it, guys. The Peterbilt 379 dump. Not a bad looking truck. Kind of fun if you want to do a little bit of playing around. And like I said, you can even put that fifth wheel attachment on the back and still haul a trailer if you want. It'll just be a very, very, very long truck. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next run.